Hello, my name is James Lawhon. Today I'm going to talk about sustainability and emotional intelligence, or EQ, as it relates to the military contractor. In the current Department of War climate, sustainability has remained an important part of senior level messaging that's been focused on readiness and the contractor support needed for operations. First, let me clarify that sustainability in military contracting, in comparison to regular civilian run business, has a somewhat different meaning. Meaning commonly associated within a civilian run business refers to things like environmental responsibility, social concerns, public reputation, and long-term organizational value. In a military contractor setting, sustainability tends to be a more practical term. It considers whether contractors can keep supporting a mission through supply chains, the type of facilities they can provide, and readiness over an extended period of time. A recent example that comes to my mind is recent emphasis that was placed on rebuilding the defense industry by producing at scale to sustain our military capabilities, especially during wartime. A realization that was had during this time of rebuilding was an over-reliance that we had on foreign sources for mission support. This was a real concern because if support was pulled, our supply chain would have been severely weakened. As history teaches us, a weak supply chain, especially during wartime, can lead to an increased loss of friendly forces. Moving on to emotional intelligence, or EQ, which has had a less prominent role under the current Department of War leadership. This is because they've placed a specific emphasis on standards, discipline, readiness, accountability, and lethality. Far more than any sort of emotionally centered leadership language. However, EQ is still an important skill to develop for any unit or contract execution level leader. These leaders have to interact with employees, government officials, government representatives, technical teams in the field, and sometimes foreign nationals whose intentions or loyalties are just going to be complete unknowns. During these types of interactions, a high EQ can help leaders manage frustrations, their own or other people's, read tensions, communicate clearly, and minimize the chances of conflict. Additionally, and perhaps most importantly, EQ helps leaders improve their team's performance, because team performance often depends heavily on trust, coordination, and communication. In summary, sustainability keeps the mission supported through supply chains, facilities, and readiness. But emotional intelligence helps leaders keep their team functioning at a high level. Thank you.